Controller Confessional. So after the last couple episodes, I was hitting it kind of hard and kind of heavy in my Controller Confessionals. I thought I'd try to lighten the mood a little bit, especially after that good news, bad news didn't end so well, right? So we're heading into our holiday buying season soon. Now, there's been a lot of delays this year, like more than usual. I tell you what, the spring is almost looking better than the holiday season. Well, worse for my wallet, but more exciting for game releases at this point. But still, there's quite a few games out there. And so I was trying to look at my list, figure out what goes on my GameFly queue, what should I pre-order, what should I get? And as I'm putting this list together, I realize, of course, I should share it. So here it is, my top 10 most anticipated games for the holiday buying season this year, 2012. Number 10, Resident Evil 6. Now, generally, I'm not a big Resident Evil fan. Okay, I played the first one and the second one and the fourth one, a little bit of the fifth one. Wow. Really, though, I'm not a fan, I swear. Especially once I got into 4 and 5, I just started to feel like the series wasn't evolving very well. Like, the entire gaming industry was changing, and this game that really put survival horror on the map was falling off of that map. But now Resident Evil 6 is coming along, and they're changing the control scheme. It looks brilliant. It looks gorgeous. Lots of cool cinematics. The story might actually make sense for once. It's very exciting stuff. So my number 10, Resident Evil 6. Number 9, Need for Speed Most Wanted. And I know you're all thinking, wait, you put a Need for Speed on there? Really? EA is driving that series into the ground. You're right, but it's Criterion. I love Criterion. I've loved the Burnout games for like ever. Burnout Paradise was fantastic. It was one of my earliest current generation games I owned. And I've been waiting for, a successor, a Burnout Paradise 2 or something like that. And if you've watched any of the gameplay trailers or anything related to Need for Speed Most Wanted, you start to get the feeling that maybe they're starting to merge the Need for Speed and Burnout brands. And Need for Speed Most Wanted really is looking and feeling like the spiritual successor to Burnout Paradise. That's why it's my number 9. Number 8, Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation. Okay, a little curveball there, right? The PlayStation Vita. I'm kind of new to the PlayStation Vita scene, but I'm looking forward to this game. First off, it's our first female assassin protagonist, which is really cool. And, it's a tangential storyline to the existing one that's going to be in the other Assassin's Creed 3, but it's still on a different console than we're used to. It's on a new machine. So there's some, sort of factors up in the air that could change things a little bit. Maybe make it more awesome, but maybe make it a little less. So it's all the way down at number 8 for me. Number 7 is XCOM Enemy Unknown. Yeah, that was Paul's phone. Moving on. XCOM Enemy Unknown. Now, I'm going to make an admission here. I never played the original XCOM way back in the day, the original strategy game. I own it. I bought like a big 2K pack off Steam last year, and so I have it. I've just never actually messed with it. Now, what I'm really looking forward to is that XCOM first-person shooter. I've seen it at E3 a couple times, but we're not going to see that till next year. But I tell you what, it's a strategy game made by Firaxis, the same people who made Civilization 5, which I love. It's going to have some cool multiplayer, and I've got more than one friend who's interested in buying this game, so we're probably going to play it together. And it just looks cool. So, that's my number 7. Number 6, Halo 4. You know it had to be on this list somewhere. Now, another strange admission. As I said earlier, I didn't grow up on a Halo. I really didn't. In fact, I was in that kind of weird generation of gamers that when the Xbox came out, all of us really didn't like Microsoft as it was because of like Windows and all kinds of other things. And we had our devotions to Sony and Nintendo, and we thought, I don't want that. I never owned an original Xbox. Most of my friends I knew didn't own an original Xbox. We kind of skipped Halo. I didn't get into Halo until Halo Reach, the most recent one. And I tell you what, I played it and you had me at Rocket Fight. Oh, so many fun hours with friends. Jetpacks, rocket launchers, enemies blowing up wave after wave. I get it. The story was good too. Everything about Halo Reach was fantastic. So of course, I'm looking forward to Halo 4. Number 5, PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. I like Smash Brothers. Who doesn't, right? But now it's actually Smash Brothers with different characters on a different console in HD. On a console that actually has a usable online system. Right? Plus, I'm really excited because my buddy Matt Ashbaugh, who I've done some live streams for Dota 2 with, he's a big Smash Brothers fan. He's probably going to kick my ass at this game a lot. But that's okay, because we're still going to have a lot of fun. Hopefully, you know, the Bluetooth headsets will work. We'll be chatting the whole time and beating up on each other or teaming up against computer opponents online. It'll be a lot of fun. But I must say, there's this little tick in the back of my brain, and I have no justifiable reason for this, but I'm really worried the game is going to totally suck. Like I said, I've got no facts to back that up or make you think that maybe that's what'll happen. So hopefully when we get the beta, we'll find out, no, relieve my fears, and hopefully the game will be awesome. But I'm very excited about it either way. Number 4, Persona 4 Golden. Now, I never got around to playing Persona 4 on the PS2. I played Persona 3, I played the FES version, but by the time 4 came out, I was doing sort of video game journalism full time, so I had to focus so much on the new stuff, I never really had time to go back to the PS2 and play anything on that, even if it was a brand new game. So I never got around to it, and I tell you what, after playing Persona 4 Arena, it got me really urging to play a Persona game again, even if it was 3 all over again. But I'm looking forward to 4, and since I got that PlayStation Vita, I am all over Persona 4 Golden, like an enhanced version of the game. I'm looking forward to putting in, like, I don't know, 100 hours into that game while I sit next to my hot girlfriend while she does something else. This whole, you know, portable gaming for adults thing. We don't take them anywhere. We just use multiple screens. It's good stuff. So my number 3, Assassin's Creed 3. The regular one, not the Liberation one. Big fan of Assassin's Creed, obviously. And of course, everybody was a fan of Ezio Auditore the first time. Maybe the second time, but by God, when they made a third game with the same character and we really wanted someone else, someplace else, I mean someplace dramatically different, we didn't get it. Now we're finally getting it. Completely different character, Connor, set in Revolutionary War, America. It's granted, that doesn't seem very exotic to me, but probably because I'm American. But finally, we're getting a really big paradigm shift in the series. Very much looking forward to that one. Number 2, Dishonored. I tell you what, every time I see a new trailer for this game, I get more and more excited. It's like Thief meets Steampunk meets Bioshock, which is 3 really awesome things crammed together and done by a really good team of people. It's set in this whole steampunk era where you're this assassin and you've got to go about trying to, you know, all these hits to redeem your name because you've been dishonored, as the title says. But it gives you the freedom to you know, go after these things however you want. You can sneak in however you want. You can just come in the front door. You know, it gives you a lot of options, and it's got that first person, you know, you got these weird abilities like possessing plague rats and all kinds of strange things. It just looks really cool. So, number 2 is Dishonored. Now it's time for my number 1. And if you've watched the show, it's probably not that hard to figure out. It's the only one I haven't named that I talk about like all the time. Borderlands 2. Huge fan of the first game. I think I beat it 4 times. Went through it on my own, went through it a second time on my own, played it with a buddy, we knocked it out in a weekend, and then over Xbox Live with 3 other friends over the course of about 2 weeks, we beat it a 4th time. And all the DLC. I love this game. And Randy Pitchford's a pretty cool guy too. I've talked to him a few times. But Borderlands 2, I swear the first time I saw it back at PAX Prime, well, time before last, first time, it was like there were things they were fixing I didn't even realize were wrong. Things that probably I should have noticed were annoying had I not been so enamored with the game that they were actually fixing and making better. It's just, so it's like everything that's good is staying. And then they're bringing us a whole truckload of cool new stuff. Oh yeah, and Eldorian, who from BlizzPlanet.com is buying the game on PC when it comes out, just like me. So of course, you're going to get some live streaming going on. Borderlands 2, the day it launches, I promise you that. So, that's my top 10. I want to know, what do you think? Did I get them out of order? Did I completely miss out on some games? No Wii games this year, but then again, we're getting ready for the Wii U. And it's hard to say what's coming for the Wii U specifically because we still don't have a release date and a price. Plus there's a lot of older games, so it was really hard for me to pick anything off the Wii U for this list. But let me know, did I miss something? Did I have something totally out of order? Was I absolutely completely wrong? Or do you praise me for my awesome list of top 10 most anticipated games for the holiday season this year? Let me know in the comments. See you guys next time.